Okay, welcome folks to Larry's Fountain Pens. I'm Larry, the fountain pen guy. Yes, we know Larry. But hey, cool. And I am going to talk about this fountain pen and this ink and this notebook. So let's get going. Okay, first of all, the ink is...
It is Schreibtint Verdura by Rohr and Klingner Leipzig Company.
Okay, I've never used this ink. Know nothing about it. Brand new, but it was given to me by Anonymous. And it's for fountain pens, steel nib pens, dip pens, and individual writing utensils, and for calligraphy. All right, so that's what I know about this ink. Writing ink, made in Germany. So, by this company, so I'm very interested how this ink is going to look and how it's going to handle on the Rhodia paper. And the Rhodia dot paper is going to be 80 grams. Okay, so first of all, let's get started with a napkin. And this, what I really think is pretty cool on this Jinhao 159, one of my favorite Jinhao because of the size, the girth, the feel, is this one came in a sleeve and it has all your Chinese writing. It says Jinhao here and Chinese there, but this is the first time I've ever received any Jinhao in a sleeve that had Chinese writing on it. So if you're a scrapbook collector, this will go pretty cool in your scrapbook. So let's open this up because I will save this sleeve and put it in one of my journals. Yes, sir. So here is this Jinhao 159. Beautiful, lacquered white with really nice gold-plated trim. And we'll get the good old eyes out. On the band, get it in focus here. It says Jinhao. This is really good looking. Then it has Jinhao, and that's about 159 on the back. So you have 159 on the back, and then shoop, Jinhao on the front. Really looks sharp, stunning. And the clip has the Jinhao logo on the clip. Nice, sturdy clip, and cigar shape. And it tapers down at the end of the barrel. And this pen unscrews. Can you post it? Kinda yes and no. Put it on there hard. So what I do is I kind of shake it to make sure I've got this cap on there good before I cap it, because I hate for it to fall off and something happens. So yeah, it will post, but you have to put enough pressure on it to make sure it holds on to the barrel. And remember, when you do that, eventually it could wear the barrel down and make it kind of a scratch there. So if that's a big thing to you, don't do it. And just use the pen without posting. For me, it's okay. But I would prefer it with a cap on. Does that make it top heavy? Well, for me, yes. But it's not going to throw the pen off for me, because I think for me it will balance it out, because I like the way that heaviness is in the pen. I'm a little different, so that's okay though too. We all are different. I rewrite, cool. So as you go down the barrel, there's really just a minor slight step off, and it goes right there where the cap screws on to the barrel. The thread's right here, and there's nothing sharp or annoying or bothersome to annoy your fingers. So it has a small grip, and I wish the grip was a little bigger, because for me it works great. But if you have larger hands, chunky hands, you might want to hold it up here, and you can, but if you hold it here, it's not going to bother you. At least it doesn't bother me, but some people prefer a longer grip section. So that's it. And the nib, talk about that nib for a minute. It has the Jinhao logo with Jinhao, the 18 kgp, and I do like the way the nibs look. They look pretty sharp to me. You know, they're just not plain looking nibs. They have some detail put on there by Jinhao. So, can you pick that up? Good, good. So let's unscrew it now. And it does come with a converter, which is cool. I know some pens that are high dollar pens, or not even high dollar pens, they're like $30 that you still have to buy your converter. So that's a plus. So let's go ahead and ink this pen up with this new ink here that I got, because I've been dying to test this ink out. So here we go. Okay, I don't want it too full. And I'll just take a few drops out. You know, I can be honest with you and say that I always just about get my fingers inky, but that's okay. Ink comes off. And if you love your fountain pens, then love your ink. And don't get all freaked out if you get a little bit of ink or a whole lot of ink on you, because it washes off, and that's just part of being a fountain pen person. Okay, so now look at that nice green. And I've got to put those on my color charts here after a while. So let's get the paper out. Now, I love this big notebook on the Rhodia. I like the way it feels. I like the way the nib feels the paper, and the ink on the paper looks really great. Rhodia, you know, puts out some really outstanding paper. So for those who are into fountain pens, or that are getting into fountain pens and are looking for some good affordable paper, Rhodia will meet your needs. I guarantee it. So here we go. We are going to do some writing, my friends. And the first time I use this ink, I'm going to write the name, because I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Okay. Do a few little swirls. And we'll do some wetness check on it. And it is wet. Not extremely wet, but it does have enough wetness that I like it. It writes well. There was no skips. Good ink flow on the pen. The nib was okay. Nothing great on the nib. The nib was it's a bit hard. And I'll show you in a minute what I mean. It's not going to have much spring to it, like not much of a bounce. It's not scratchy, but on this pen I would give it some good feedback, meaning you can feel the nib on that paper, you know where you're at. This is supposed to be a medium nib, and it doesn't show a marking on it. It writes for me more of a medium fine maybe, so let's go back to writing, check out the nib more. So let's give it some downstrokes. Now we're going to do with some pressure. You can get a little bit of line variation as you see there. Cross strokes. So let's do a little writing with some pressure. And pressure. Okay. And we'll do some reverse. And it does write well. So, no complaints on this pen, really. I think it's a good looking pen. It's affordable. It writes right out of the box. Comes with a converter. You can reverse write with it. You can get some pressure. You can get some line variation, but I wouldn't push the nib too much because you can spring those times, and you don't want to do that. Later, I might try to polish up the nib a little, make it a little bit more smoother than what it is. But all around, it's a decent pen, and I'm going to be using it and getting to know the pen, and the pen's going to get to know me. And what do y'all think about this ink? So let's take this a step further on today's review, and we are going to do the ink sample. Okay, now here's what I do with my inks, and I use my coloring cards that come on the ring, as you can see. All the different colors of inks. And I've got, here's a blank, but here's some more here, which I really like. And I keep them here as well. And we'll be eventually transferring everything over into my notebook to keep them where I can visibly get to them and see them easier than going through them here. But in one of my videos, and it's down there somewhere, I have a notebook with paper, full of paper. And I have different inks on it. And I always put the date. And what I'm doing is, I like to go back to that notebook and look at inks and see how well they hold up that color, to see if that color fades or how it affects on the paper. What does it hold that color that when I first put it on? Does it hold that same color, or will it lose that color? Will it fade, or what? But I do have lots of paper, different types of paper. I've tried it on because I've noticed for me that the ink works different on different papers depending the quality or the paper that you use. And that's a proven thing because I have it. So I stumbled onto that when I was just kind of testing out inks and paper. So anyway, so let's get started with the color ink thing, so I will go ahead and get my card off to show you. And these are for the people that are really just starting to do this, that have entered the fountain pen world. Not for all you professionals out there that know all of it. Now, I'm not a professional because I don't know all of it, and I'm not ever going to say that I know all of it because, you know, I'm always learning, right? It's a learning process. The fountain pen gods. What is a fountain pen god? Well, that's one of my new things that I'm starting that you'll learn more down the road. Here we go. You'll be hearing that name, fountain pen gods. Yes. So I do that, then I'm going to come over here and I will put down the name and blah, blah, blah. Here we go. And it's and I think, is this a German ink?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah. It's a German ink here. Okay, that's cool. Today's date is Monday. So this is what I do. And then later on in the day, I'll put it in my notebook, keep all my colors all together. Eventually, I will go through the notebook and reorganize my notebook to have all the same colors on one sheet instead of having them all mixed up. For me, it's easier to get to. So that's that. Now let's go back to the writing. Let me finish up my hello, because right now it's not hello, it's hell. So it's hello. Hello! Okay, you got that? Hello, 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 hi, how are you? Hello. So, anyway, Jinhao, 159, nice, weight, girthy, pen, and the German ink that I cannot pronounce, at least I'm honest, and of course, the Rhodia paper that is really a nice line of paper. So, last but not least, I picked this cool pad up when I was at the Fountain Pen Revolution out in Plano. And I'm so glad that Kevin at Fountain Pen Revolution is carrying Rhodia. So if you're out in Plano area or online looking up his store, you might want to check out some of these notepads. And he's got some diamine inks in. And, he was telling me he's got some other inks that came in. Jailburn, I believe. Well, just look on the site and it's going to tell you. Well, that's going to cover up for now. So, hey, thanks for joining me on my journey on how I do my inks, swishes, and how I set them all up and stuff. For me, I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm a nerd, so I'm a cool nerd. God love you, my friends. Rock and roll is here to stay. Yes. La. Be safe. And don't text and drive. Seriously. Okay? Now, before you go, one more time. That's the color. That's it, my friends. Ta-ta.